So it all starts for the Bulldogs and the Giants. English against Lobb at the opening centre bounce. McLean's in there shoulder to shoulder with Cornelio, and we are underway from the nation's capital. Liberatore, a rejuvenated man, it seems from all reports, in their heart, right in the spot where Mummy got him last year, in the centre of this ground. Sending the Dogs wide initially for English, who he made himself useful position-wise, but as you saw, it is difficult to judge the ball, and it's out. They do their best, they get it away. Liberatore, challenging kick out to the wing, and an opportunity for the youngster Ondabu, Billy Gowers, son of Hawke Premiership player, of course, in hand, and he does well. It was a Carlton rookie, discarded, coming through the VFL for the Dogs. He's kicked it long towards full forward. Heath Shaw getting back with his
push forward on transition. But it was a great win here from Gowers. He looks up, though, and he just has to kick a high ball to nothing inside 50 because they had no one there. The Bulldogs coming at him as the kicker.
That's turned into a massive gap in the uncontested possession. 30-7 at this early stage. Johannesson, so the Dogs struggling to keep their hands on the footy consistently, and there is Tim English.
Better. Hutto, a target coming up with the bloke with the ball in his hand. Much better.
Big questions as to whether he's ready yet. Gangly young ruckman, that's a good sign. And he kicked it beautifully as well. Right on the chest of Bailey Dale. And some exquisite use of the footy already. Ward as tough as ever. Eventually, Sam Reid, another player who is a former Dog.
Kelly just wants ball in hand. He just wants it every time.
Liver down just as he came over the boundary line there.
Yeah,
badly.
I'm not going to go with anything too early. It didn't look good just by the look of his face.
So Kelly was twisting and turning here.
Yeah, there was nothing in
there,
it.
yeah.
Nothing in it, which is always the scariest one. And he's had some issues, we know. Right knee, I reckon.
Yeah.
And
trying to get up now. He's finding it difficult to straighten that leg.
Well, you know how tough he is, Jono, and he grabs straight away. And I worry because if you've done one before, you tend to have this horrible sense of deja vu.
Yep.
So we'll wait. It's in very good hands, of course, but that would be a disaster.
Just starting every which way by the Bulldogs. English bites off a little more than he's probably capable of at this stage, but he's shown a bit, I reckon, already to English. Hunter, and this is better. Here's an opportunity for the Dogs. And the fans have got pretty heavy hearts right now. Honeychurch decides to lay it off. We know the sublime kicking skills of Matt Suckling, and they're displayed here. There's their first goal.
To protect that left leg, rather make him go right, because he's dominating at the moment in terms of every possession that he gets in his hands.
Hopefully after 11 disposals in the first quarter, they've worked that out. McLean to full forward, one-on-one, big chance,
great effort.
And Gowers.
Oh, he was going too.
That's a great effort for the young man.
He's got 50 as well, so he'll kick his first goal in his first game. He was a defender at times, but in the VFL last year, he played as a forward, and that's where he's lined up on debut. And well done, Billy Gowers.
Just a fantastic moment for a young man that's had some setbacks and at various stages thought maybe his AFL career was over, and the Dogs have given him a lifeline. It's a big win. It's a big contested mark win against a real quality opponent, something they haven't been able to do. But what it does to, and it demonstrates one side's had.
Yeah, 10 more contested possessions, and they've turned that into 40 more uncontested possessions, as Gary said. Under 2 goals is the margin, and the Dogs have another opportunity here. Davis under siege. He threw it.
Right. So Roughhead got an opportunity to take it to 5 points. And a little bit of pressure. And that's the other thing that happens when you're outnumbered in your forward 50, Jono, is you don't get that opportunity to do exactly what we saw. Get pressure on the ball carrier. Maybe get a turnover from a tackle.
So Jordan Roughhead, 27 years of age now, didn't play in the senior side until round 10 last season due to a pre-season hamstring. Only kicked 4 goals, 2 in his 13 games. It's a big kick. That's a terrific kick. Right. And the Dogs have got plenty to cheer about right now. Tim English.
Well, I think he's been a plus. Tim English, the first half.
Doesn't go for goal. Just sets it up. Eastonwood with a run. We know McLean can fly. Oh, it's so close for Trengove. Dunkley's done it. Someone had to. And it was Josh Dunkley.
Second quarter like they did the first, where they kicked the last 3 of the quarter.
hypnotised on winning the footy.
Maybe. 41 points the margin. High kick again from Finlayson. Back towards Patton. Late to the party was De Ball. Langdon scouts the pack as well, but Trengove has the sway with a handball. Dunkley, couple of targets finally inside 50. And Johannesson was a significant one. He takes the mark and wants to keep it going along that same line, and he's palmed it off the rough head to have the shot. Aiming it up is Jordan Roughhead. Simply must kick this goal for the Dogs' chances. And that's exactly what he's done to give them some hope early in the third.
A couple of goals this afternoon now.
Let's see if the Dogs can break out of here. Stymied by the zone of the Giants, but a quick hand pass to Biggs might change the complexion a little. English has got to fly.
Good boy.
Takes the grab.
A bit better though, Hutto.
Just gets into the clear. Bontempelli. McRae, awkwardly but effectively. Oh, Hunter, what is he doing?
Oh, he's trying to juggle the mark, so...
Get closer to goal.
No, I think because he played on and fumbled a bit, so he tried to pretend that he hadn't taken full possession of the ball.
Callum Wood seeing the humour in it.
Today, and McRae is the exception. He's going at close to 80%, and there's Lockie trying to get an extra 5 metres. Could have been done for throwing the ball.
They gather 30 metres from goal. No shortage of players lunging at the footy. Whitfield caught one there, but accepted his punishment. Kick away from McLean. Again, needed the luck of the bounce. Dale. He's having a crack here. Great goal. Sensed an opportunity, and he was able to take it.
It's just the tackle and the bump from the Bond.
Bailey Dale, he hasn't been the worst, Bailey Dale.
Roughhead tries to hook it back. Dalhouse keeps on working hard at the coalface. Dale and Roughhead. Honeychurch takes the shot this time. And he's kicked another beauty from the pocket. Productive it is out there at the moment for the Dogs.
Honeychurch has played more like a player that understands that his spot in the team is by no means guaranteed. Yep. So I think he's had energy and been more desperate than most. So he has 14 possessions. He's kicked a goal. His endeavour's been pretty good. So some of these guys can sort of separate themselves by their effort.
Hunter's onto it.
Yep.
Hunter's telling him his time's gone.
Right, so question of the margin here in Canberra. It's been a day of domination from the Giants. Their biggest ever win against the Western Bulldogs by a mile. Simply trying to work out, determine what that margin will be. It's a great kick from Cal Ward, and it just hits the post. But it takes nothing away from this performance. Stocked with stars, they put it all out there today, the Giants. They win by 82 points over their rivals, the Western Bulldogs. An emphatic way to start 2018 for the Giants of Greater Western Sydney.